Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
So I'm just taking a roll call real quick and see if Dr. John DeMartini is here. I don't see his name in the Zoom room, and so if he's not here, we will move on to our last speaker, Darma Evans. Okay, Dharma, let me pin you, darling, and then I will introduce you. This is Darma Evans, everyone. She is 13 years old. She comes from a family of 8 plus a dog. She's performed as JoJo in the Seussical the Musical, Junior and Senior Galahad, in an original called Ladies in Waiting. She loves drama and performing, whether it be plays, musicals, concerts, or anything else. And she's been learning Mandarin Chinese since 2nd grade. So that's 7 years now. Wow, amazing. She can play the trombone, piano, and ukulele. And her family loves to sing and watch movies together. She enjoys laughing and hugs, and she loves the outdoors with family and friends. And sometimes she plays basketball with her siblings. All right, Dharma, what do you have to share with us today, sweetheart?
Well, thank you for that introduction. That was very kind. So as she said, I'm Darma Evans. I'm 13 years old, and I live in just a small town that's just west of Salt Lake called Twilla. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is it takes all of us to lift humanity. That's what I'm going to say. What I mean by that is humankind needs to be lifted up. Us youth, especially, because we are the future. We are the ones that will be taking the legacy and carrying it on and passing it down to our children, the next generation. So I have 6 things that have helped me be lifted and help me know how to lift other people. 6 things that my parents have taught me and that me and my siblings do that make us such an amazing family, that make us lifted up. So the first thing is a very simple thing, and anybody can do it. It's only being allowed 1 hour of video games a week. So we can only play 1 hour on Saturdays, unless it's a holiday. On holidays, we can play half an hour. And this makes it so we don't spend excessive amounts of time staring at a screen, which is one thing that I'd like to talk about is that's a problem with the youth in this generation. We are spending so much time on our devices, on our computers, phones, lots of other things like TV, anything. We're spending so much time, and it's kind of ironic because you're staring at me on the screen and watching me talk about not staring at the screen. Anyways, so I have a plan to fix this. Overspending time on screen problem. The way to fix this is set a time less than what you usually spend. So say you spend, the average for a teen, quite amazing. The average for a teen is 7 hours on their device. So say you spend 7 hours on your screen, on your phone, on your computer, TV, anything. Say you spend 7 hours every day. With a timer or a time restriction on your phone, on your device, set a limited amount of time for half an hour less. So 6 hours and a half. Start spending time on that. Start doing that much time and work towards that. Like, get better at getting used to that. Get used to that is really what I'm trying to say. Spend that much time, get used to it, and then once you're ready with that, spend a little bit less time. And just keep going half an hour, and soon enough, you won't want to spend a time on your phone or device, like, at all. But not only don't spend as much time on your device, but fill it in with good. Find things that are good, service, researching something, helping your friend with their homework, anything you can do, and just replace it with good. And that's one of the things that I think we should fix, because it can affect our future, and it can affect other people's future, because we are going to be the ones in charge. We're going to be the leaders. We're going to be all of those people. And I don't think you'd really want us to be that type of person. It's not bad to use technology, just I think we should use less. The second thing that we've been taught throughout our lives, my family, my siblings, is service. We help whenever there's need. Like, one time we heard that our neighbors just down the street needed help with laying their sod, which is grass that you can lay on the ground. It's like rugs of grass. And they needed help with their sod, which, because the person that was there, needed help because she had got called into work. And so we had to, in the spur of the moment, we all went over, all 8 of us, and we went over. We helped with the sod. We helped lay it down, organize it, and by an hour, we were done. We got done before she even got home. And she was so grateful, and it felt so good helping her. So this is just, I guess I should say that this is suggestions, things to do, things to teach, things to learn. So the third thing we do every year for Christmas is Secret Santa. And a lot of families do Secret Santa, but our Secret Santa isn't like others. Our Secret Santa, we have to make our gifts. We can't just, what I mean by that is we can't just go to the store, buy a fun gift, and, that's the gift. We have to make it. If it's a stuffed animal, we have to sew it or crochet it or knit it or whatever. If it's a hat, we have to make it. We have to find the stuff, or we have to color it, or just, you have to make your gift. And then it puts more thought into who you're giving your gift to. The fourth thing isn't that uncommon, but not a lot of people do it. It's family home evenings. So every Sunday after dinner, we just get together, we sing a song, we pray, we give lessons for our religion. We talk about connecting with God, and we just have fun. And it helps us connect with each other, and we build that strong relationship between family, and it teaches us lots of things. Number 5, nearly every year, we go up into the mountains, or go up, I don't know, by a lake, and we spend a few days with nature and family. We go camping. We come together, and that builds a strong relationship, being out in the wild. I mean, yes, we have a tent, we have food, but being out in the wild and not having Wi-Fi or lots of other things not having Wi-Fi, not having friends. Sometimes another family will come with us. But yeah, we just spend time together. So the last one is, it kind of depends on your family. But my family, we love to sing. And I'm not gonna lie, we're pretty good at it. All my brothers can sing, my sister can sing, my parents can both sing, and we're learning a song called the Hallelujah Chorus from Handel's Messiah, and it's a super fun song, and our voices are working great together, and it's all working out. So, in the dozen years of my life, I've had this perfection, this connection between spirits, between my spirits and my family, in my home. And as I've been going to school, as I've been going to lots of places, I've been looking for that same connection between other people. And the one place that I've noticed it the most is when I'm performing. So when I'm in a play or a musical, I find these moments when everyone is on cue and has the right expressions and say the right things and say it right, and everyone is listening and remembering what the directors told us. It's magical. It just works out, and it's perfect, and it's magical and beautiful. Or when I'm playing my trombone, as in the introduction, she mentioned that I could play a trombone. And when I'm in my concert, when I'm playing my trombone in a concert, and everyone is synchronized, and everyone's on a perfect pitch, and we are on the perfect pitch, the perfect volume, the perfect feel, because there's a feel when you're playing music. Perfect feel, perfect everything, and everybody's looking at the conductor. It's magical. That's how life should be. So, in order to do that, there are a few problems that need to be fixed, I think. So, I have two more. I talked about the screen time one, and that, but I have two more that I want to talk about. So, number two is negativity. So, I've noticed that kids are so negative about everything, and they get down, and then they bring other people down. Like, they get sad, they bring other people down. It makes me think of the movie Soul from Disney. If you haven't seen it, you can just imagine. But a guy's in a hair salon, and there's another guy there that is always being rude to him and always making fun of him and always bringing him down. And it's a little bit confusing, but this guy that's in the hair salon, he goes there often, and he's been replaced with a different soul, if you know what I mean. And that soul says, so you're talking rude so other people, something like, so you're talking rude to other people so that they come down to your level, type of thing. That's kind of what it is. And the best way to fix this is actually really obvious. I'm sure you can think of what I'm going to say. The best way to fix this is just don't be negative. Be positive. Be happy. Life is life. It's going to throw things at you. And the way to get the best experience from those things, whether it's good or bad, is to be positive. Just be positive throughout. I know it's hard sometimes, but you have to just acknowledge that this is life. It'll pass. I'll be okay. So the last but not the least problem I see in the youth that should be fixed or tried to, but it's very difficult, has been eating away at humankind for such a long time, probably forever, is mental illnesses. depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar disorder, lots of other things. This problem is really difficult to solve. My uncle, he passed away because of suicide. I'm sure you heard Desiree talking about her dad. That's my uncle. He passed away from suicide, and you've heard the story. So I also feel strong and feel strong in that. The best way I've found to help these problems, they're difficult to solve, to fix, but to help these problems is to be social, active, and connect with nature. I had a friend who had depression, and the medicine she was trying wasn't working. She was starting to think seriously about suicide. And I noticed, and I decided to hang out with her more because she was a dear friend of mine. So she was in the drama club, which I was in, and she didn't really have anybody to talk to. So I hung out with her. I got to know her a lot better than when I did before. When we were waiting for our rides after rehearsal, I would teach her some dances that are new. That's the active part. We would dance, we would play tag with the other kids, and it was lots of fun. And we would always sit by the same tree, which we have now named Francisco. And it made a memory. And now when I look at that tree, I remember her. She is now moved. But I keep in touch the best ways that I can. And we created memories. It worked out. And soon others started hanging out with us. I later mentioned it to her. I later mentioned to her like that she was thinking about suicide and like what happened with that. And she said it completely left her mind. All thoughts of suicide left. She felt loved and wanted, and she knew that if she died or committed suicide, she would be missed and there would be tears. There was also a video that we watched in health class the other day that I would like to talk about. It was about a man who had tried to commit suicide by jumping off a bridge. I don't remember which one it was, but it was a famous bridge for suicide. Lots of people had died from that bridge. And the different part of the story is that he survived the jump, which usually didn't happen. So he said that right when it was too late, when he had jumped, he said he didn't want to die. He said he regretted it, and he thought no one will know that I didn't want to die. There have been 19 that survived jumping off that bridge, and all of them have said the same thing. If you have a mental illness, don't let the mental illness have you. So back to, can I ask how much time I have left? Does anybody know that?
You're fine, honey. You just channel what you need to channel, and we'll move into our discussion when you're done.
Okay, thank you. So back to it takes all of us to lift humanity. When I was about 8 in 2016, I was part of a presentation from the World Parliament on Spirituality. That was the presentation, and it was from the World United, which is hosting this festival. And I represented humanity in this presentation. I was humanity. I was humankind, all of humans. And my uncle had a string. My uncle, who was hosting it, the presentation, he had a string, more like a ribbon. And I sat on it, and he tried to lift me up, and it broke. He later explained that this ribbon represented him. So he tried to lift humanity, but by himself, and it didn't work. We then brought out a rug that was woven from the same ribbon, and I sat on it, and from the help of others, he was able to lift me up. So back to everything working out. You remember I was talking about being in a play and everything going perfectly, and being in a concert and everything going perfectly. So the way to do this, as I said, this is how life should be. And the reason it's not is that people aren't connected to their spirits, to their inner self is a different way to put it. If we can connect to our spirits can connect to other spirits. There's a network, a whole network of spirits, and all of our divinities, all of our inner self is connected to all of the others. And if you listen to the director, the conductor of life, or God, it works out. But if you can't connect to your spirit, you can't connect with other people or God. And that's how God would talk to you or tell you what to do. So if everyone would connect and everyone would listen to the conductor of life, everyone would know what to do and where to go and who to meet, it would be magical. So connect to your spirit, whichever way works for you. Research, find ways. Just connect to your spirit, connect to yourself, connect to others, connect to God. And then together we can lift humanity and prepare for a new generation of leaders and a new generation to carry the legacy. Thank you, and namaste.
Beautiful. Dharma, thank you so much, little sister. You are precious. Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful to have listened to what you had to share. And I have hope for the future. I have hope for the future. When I look at you and Desiree, let's try and bring everybody up here. I'm gonna make sure that I can do this here. So we're gonna stop. Okay, so if I go to gallery view, how do I unpin myself? So I'm not as familiar with Zoom as I am with other technology. So I know if I go to gallery, it's there, but remove pin, here we go.